When you learn how to form the passive voice, it's also useful to learn how to change a sentence or question back into the active voice. The class is taught by John. This sentence is in the present tense passive voice. The class is taught by John. This is the verb teach. This is in the form of past participle. And then here is the verb be. This is the verb be. To write this sentence in the active voice, begin with John. Because the doer or the action was performed in passive voice, that is reflected by the word or preposition by. So, as I said, to write the sentence in passive voice back into active voice, over here, begin with John. And this is over here is taught. Is taught is in the present tense. The verb is singular. The verb is singular over here because the subject John over here in the active voice is a singular. So the verb is going to be singular over here once again. John teaches, and then put the class over here. John teaches the class. So here is the verb teaches in the active voice. Here is the verb is taught in the passive voice. This sentence sounds better. This sentence sounds better than this sentence in the passive voice. Sentences in the active voice often sound better than sentences in the passive voice because a sentence in the passive voice doesn't indicate who is doing the action. So over here in this example, this action build is not known. Normally it happens that in passive voice, a sentence in the passive voice doesn't indicate who is doing the action until after the verb. So in this example over here, in this example, this house was built by my grandfather. This is the person who is doing the action. So to improve the sentence and put it into the active voice, this grandfather, that was the doer or the performer of the action, will go first. So we'll put it over here. It will go first in active voice. My grandfather will be the new subject over here in this active voice. That was passive voice. So the verb is build. The verb is build. This sentence is in the past tense as indicated by the verb was. This was in the past tense. So we'll put this verb build over here. We know that the past form of build is the simple form, and the past form is built, and the past participle is also built. So this is the required verb. My grandfather as this is the subject in the active voice, and the passive voice, the verb be over here, that is in past tense, so we have to put the verb build over here in the past tense. So we'll put this verb build in the past tense, that happens to be build. As I said, this is simple form, past tense form, and then the past participle is also built. And then we'll take this house will be put over there and put it in this position after the verb built. This is the verb in the past because the passive voice was also in past. So this be verb indicates the pastness of this passive voice. Due to this, we have to put the verb in active voice in past tense also. And then this house over there, it will be put over here just after the verb built. So this my grandfather built this house, this active voice structure, this one, this active voice structure sounds better. It's more direct. You know immediately who built the house. Then over here, who built the house? This is a question. And my grandfather built it. This is the answer to the question, who built the house? So who built the house, and then the answer is my grandfather built it. Now this question over here, who was the house built by? Who was the house built by? So this question over here is in the passive voice. These two, the question as well as the answer, they were in active voice. But over here, the question, who was the house built by, this question is in the passive voice. We know it quite clearly. So the answer, it was built by my grandfather. This answer over here to the question, who was the house built by, this is also in passive voice. It was built by my grandfather. Both of them, they are in passive voice. Most people would agree that the active voice sounds better than the passive voice. This sounds better than the passive voice. Who is this house made by? Who is this house? It was missing over here. We have to write house. Who is this house made by? Or we may skip it. We may not write this one as well. So as I said that in these two examples, active voice and passive voice, active voice sounds better than passive voice because we know immediately who built the house. So over here in this case, who is this made by? This question is in the present tense. We know it. This question, who is this made by? This question is in present tense. The main verb is made. This is the past participle for the word make. This is simple form and the past tense form is made, and the past participle is also made. So this is the required one over here. Who is this made by? The tense is present, the verb be is in present, and it indicates the tense of this question. Then as I said, this is in past participle form for make. If you want to make a question in the active voice, then you can start with who. So over here, This was passive voice, and this is the active voice question. So as I said, if you want to start a question or you want to make a question in the active voice, then you can start with who. And then this is in the present tense, makes, because this was in present as well. Who makes? And then we put this. Who makes this? This question in active voice, this question sounds better than who is this made by. However, you might occasionally hear people make questions like this: who is this made by? However, it is possible to ask questions which people do ask in their daily routine, but only sometimes, but not all the times. You would say something like, by whom is this made? But you will hear people use this word who, this one, instead of by whom. Who is this made by, or by whom is this made? Technically, it's not correct, this one. Who is this made by? And this sounds better technically. Technically, as I said, it's not correct to put by here over here. It's not good. It's not correct. In passive voice, at the end, it is not to be put. And it is having some flowbacks technically. You would say something like, by whom is this made? But you will hear people use this word who as a subject all the time and then put by at the end. This is people's priority, but technically it is not better. This one is better. In most instances, sentences and questions in the active voice are stronger than sentences and questions in the passive voice. As a free breakfast is provided by the hotel. The subject is breakfast. This is the subject. And here is the verb be. This is the verb be. This is in the passive voice. It's in the present tense because you can tell here the verb matches the subject. The verb matches the subject. This is the main verb that is provide. This is in the form of the past participle, and the hotel is the thing that provides the breakfast. But here, because it's passive voice, use the word by and then the hotel. So to make a new sentence and change it from the passive to the active voice, we'll begin with the hotel. This will be the new subject, the hotel. Begin with the hotel. This is the main verb. This is the main verb, as I said, in the present tense. And the verb would be provides, we know it. Because this, the hotel, provides a free breakfast. Which sentence is better? As I said, the verb would be provides over here. This is the verb. And that was in present passive voice. So this will also be in present. And this provides matches the new subject. that is the hotel, which is singular. So to make a new sentence and change it from the passive voice to the active voice, we'll begin with the hotel, and then the verb provides in the present tense. The verb would be provides, because the hotel is in singular, and then we'll put this free breakfast at the end over here after the verb provides. This will be put after the verb provides. The hotel provides a free breakfast. Which sentence is better? In most cases, the sentence in the active voice, is better because it's more direct. This sentence is in the passive voice. A free breakfast is provided by the hotel, and this sentence over here is in the active voice. The hotel provides a free breakfast. A man is being arrested by the police. This is the subject over here, man. This is the subject. The verb is in the passive voice, is being arrested. This is the verb phrase over here, and from here to here, this is in passive voice. It's a verb arrest over here. This is in the present continuous tense. Here, being, as I said that here, being, and we can rewrite this sentence. This is showing the continuity. The verb being is showing the continuity, and it is in passive voice, as I said earlier, and we can rewrite this sentence by saying the police are arresting a man. The police is the new subject right from here to here, the police, and then this is in present continuous tense. The passive voice was in present continuous, so we will write the present form of the verb, and then this is arresting, and then this is in the present continuous tense. The subject, that is police, is plural, the police, and then this are is going to match this subject. The police are arresting a man. The police are, and then present continuous of arrest is arresting, and then this will go here just after arresting. This is the passive voice, whereas this is in the active voice. My hair was cut by a barber. This is the subject over here, here. And then the verb is in the past tense. The verb be is in the past tense. And the main verb is also in the past participle form. We know it. Cut, cut, cut. The simple form is cut, the past form is cut, and the past participle is also in cut. My hair was cut by a barber. So this is the subject, as I said, and this is past, and this is past participle, and then by, this is a preposition by, and then a barber. Take the word barber right from here to here and put it right in the beginning, a barber, which is a new subject, and this is in past tense. This is in past tense, the passive voice. So write the past form of simple form cut, and then this is the past form, a barber cut. This is the past form over here. Past tense of cut. and then my here will be positioned right here. Remember, this verb is in the past tense. This verb is in the past tense. This is the past participle over there, and the verb be is what indicates the tense over there. So these are actually two different types of words, this one and this one. This was past participle and this is past tense.